everyone, welcome to Maths IEC. In this video, we are going to discuss about calculations related to series circuits. Now, this is a very common exam style question that you get in both GCSE and IGCSE. Here you can see two typical series circuits that you get in GCSEs. So you can see there's a power supply, they can use a cell or a battery. Then you have a resistor, and then you have some voltmeters and ammeters connected. Now, the way to identify a series circuit is to look at it as just where there is one path. So that's how you know. So the current through the whole circuit is the same everywhere. So here, the current starts from here, goes to that resistor, goes to this resistor, goes to this resistor, and comes back to the starting point. And you can see the current, whatever the current, imagine if this current was 3 amps, it will be 3 here, 3 here, 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 everywhere. Now, it's really important to note this fact. Voltmeters have very high resistance, so they do not take any current. So there's no current through this branch or even this branch here, and also in this branch. So no current through the voltmeters do not take any current. So the reason is they have a very high resistance, so the current can be considered to be approximately 0. Now ammeters, on the other hand, have very low resistance, therefore they don't really keep a potential difference across it. Now there's another one that you need to know, that ammeters are always connected in series, voltmeters are always connected in parallel. So here's a summary. Ammeters are always connected in series and voltmeters are always connected in parallel. Now I remember a couple of years ago there was this GCSE exam question. They have given a circuit where the ammeter and voltmeter were in the wrong order. Basically, they had an ammeter here and a voltmeter here. So the question was, I think one of the questions was, you need to find what's wrong with the circuit or something. So something to that effect. I don't exactly remember the wording, but the question was definitely that. So what you needed to say to get full marks there is that the ammeter should be connected in series and the voltmeter should be connected in parallel. Or I remember this mark scheme allowed the ammeter and voltmeter should be switched or something. Now let's have a look at some typical exam style questions. So I'm going to get some questions on the board. So if you feel confident about this one, you can just pause the video and give it a try. But if you feel that you'd like to watch 1 or 2 examples first and then do the rest of the questions, you can do that. So this question here, you can see just a normal circuit where there is a 4-volt power supply and a 10 ohm resistor connected like that, and a voltmeter is connected in parallel with the resistor, and an ammeter is connected in series. The question is to work out the reading on each meter. So the reading on the voltmeter is definitely 4 volts. Now this is a pretty straightforward one because the terminal PD of the power supply is what this shows right here. So the balance is 4 volts. Now to find the ammeter reading, because there's only one current in this circuit, the current starts from here, goes through that, goes through this. Voltmeter has a very high resistance, so no current goes through it or negligible. Current goes like that and current goes through this. So to do this, all we need to do is to this one, you're going to write the formula V is equal to IR and very carefully substitute. The voltage across this one is 4 volts, so we are going to put 4 here. 4 is equal to, I don't know the current, multiplied by resistance is the 1 in ohms. So this is just only one resistor in the whole circuit. So to get the answer, just divide both sides by 10, cross this out, and you can see the current in this circuit is 0.4 and the units is amps. Here's a question for you to try. A similar circuit to the previous one. The ammeter and voltmeter are connected in slightly different way, but it still does the same job. So it's good to get used to see the circuit from different ways, different orientations. The question is to work out the ammeter and voltmeter readings. Give this a try. So in this question also you can see there's a 12-volt power supply here, and the voltmeter is just connected across the whole thing. So the voltmeter reading is, to find the ammeter reading, we need to write the formula V is equal to IR to this resistor. Now it's important to determine to which resistor you write it, rather than just saying, oh, it's V equals IR, because there'll be more complicated questions that we are going to learn in a bit where it matters. Now, the voltmeter reading, I know it's 12. Current, I don't know. Current starts from this circuit like that, goes to the ammeter. No current to the voltmeter. The whole thing goes to this and comes out like that, like that. So all you need to do is 12 is equal to I multiplied by 100. Now you just need to divide both sides by 100, and these two gets cancelled out. The reading for the current here is 0.12, and the units is amps. So we are going to make these questions progressively harder, but this one, there are two resistors. Now there are two separate voltmeters connected across these two. I put two ammeters as well. So the question is to find the reading on each meter of the following circuit. Give it a try. Now, this is also a normal series circuit, so there's only one path for the current to move. So the current will start from here, go through the first ammeter, goes through this, and go like that. No current through the voltmeter, go through this, and then here, go to the next resistor, through the second ammeter, and all the way back to the starting point. Now you can clearly see it's the same current that goes through A1 and A2. So once you figure out the current in one of the ammeters, that current is the same for the other one. So let's quickly mark the current around the circuit. So it's the same current I, same current like that. Now, in a circuit like this, you need to think about the total resistance of the circuit. Now, let's write this here. So what is the total resistance of the circuit? You can see there's 4 ohms here, 5 ohms here. Series circuits, you just add them up. For the whole circuit, we are going to write the formula V is equal to IR. Now, you can just divide both sides by 10, and these two gets cancelled out, and I can see the current is just 2 amps. So A1 is the same as A2, and the answer is 2 amps. Now, we know the ammeter readings. I can write V is equal to IR to this resistor. So you write V is equal to IR. So the V1 is I, the current is 2, R is 4, 2 times 4, 8 volts. I can do the same for this one, or there's another quicker way. You can think about, okay, we have 20 volts for the whole circuit, out of which 8 volts is across the first one. So obviously, the remaining 12, how did I get 12? 20 take away 8 is 12, must be across this one. Or you can just use the normal way. V is equal to IR. The voltmeter reading V2 is 2 times 6, and either way, you get the same answer of 12 volt. So let's take this a step further. Here's another circuit. This time you have 2 ammeters, 3 voltmeters, and 3 resistors. It's done in a quite similar method to the previous one. Let's give it a try. Now the total resistance of the circuit. So to get the total resistance, I need to add up 3 and 2 and 1. So 3 add 2 is 5, add 1. The total resistance is 6 ohms. Okay. Now for the whole circuit, we are going to write V is equal to IR, and the voltage here is 12. I don't know. R is 6. So you divide both sides by 6, and you get the current to be 2 amps. So both A1 and A2 are 2 amps. Now for each resistor you can separately write V is equal to IR. So for this one, V1 is I, the current is 2, R is 3, 2 times 3, 6 volts. Same thing for this one, V3 is equal to 2 times 1, 2 volts. Right, here's one last question along the same lines. This one is slightly different because I've included another voltmeter. Let's give it a try, and then I'll do the question after this. Right, now the first step is we need to mark the current. The current going out from here is capital I. Current here is I goes through this, here, through that, and back to the starting point. Now let's find the total resistance of the circuit. Now the total resistance of the circuit is the sum of 8 and 10 and 6. So 8 and 6 is 14 and 10 is 24 ohms. Now I know the total resistance. Now I'm going to write the V equals IR for the whole circuit. So V is equal to IR. Now the value of V is 12. I times by 24. Now a common mistake that students do here, they just look at 12 and 24 and think the answer is 2. Actually it's not 2, because you divide both sides by 24. 12 divided by 24 is half, or 0.5 amps. Now this is the reading on both A1 and A2, because you can put as many ammeters as you want around a series circuit, they all will show the same reading. Now to find the voltmeter reading here, V1, we can just write V is equal to IR. So V is V1, I, the current is 0.5 multiplied by 10, so that is 5 volts. I can find the reading V2 same way. V2 is equal to I is 0.5, R is 8. 0.5 times 8 is half of 8, 4 volts. And the other voltmeter is in a slightly peculiar place. It's just connected across the power supply. Now you can clearly see the terminal, the positive terminal here, negative terminal here. This voltmeter V3 shows the EMF of the cell. Should be the full EMF, which is 12 volts. Now in this question, the sum of the voltmeter readings, like around the circuit, should be 12. Now the question does not ask you to work out the voltage across this one. So if you just think about it, though, 0.5 times 6 is half of 6, that's 3 volts. Now if you look at the values, you can clearly see 3 add 5 add 4. So 5 add 4 is 9, 9 add 3 is 12. You get the total voltage that way.